Hey folks, Poster, welcome back to another Pokemon Masters video, and today we're going to talk about something that I kind of missed in the developer's letter that a lot of people have been pointing out, and it's pretty interesting. So let's go check the dev letter. So actually, before we do that, I have my daily summons out. So while we're doing the summons, let me just say, so in the developer letter, there was actually like a screenshot of the Solgaleo event, and there was some pretty interesting stuff in there that I kind of missed out on that. Again, a lot of people have pointed out, ooh, we got an antenna. Can we get a 5-star here? Wait, what banner are we even pulling on? I think it's Seabold's banner, right? 4-star it looks like. Agatha, oh, that's pretty cool. That's what, 5 out of 5? Yep, 5 out of 5 on Agatha. And yeah, there's a mystery, there's an evolution that occurred in that photo, and I thought it was pretty interesting. That could hint at some, I guess, potential future content for that specific character and evolution, right? So let me get this next one done. Oh, it looks like another 4-star. Oh, Thorton. Is that a... Oh, no. Okay. Well, we're getting a lot of 5 out of 5, so we should get our... we should start getting more 4-star power-ups soon. So anyways, again, all right. Now that we're done with that, let's go to the developer's letter and check that out. Message from the Pokemon Masters team, Volume 5. So the thing I missed out on is over here. On the January's Legendary event, in the Solgaleo event, again, it does say game screens are not final, but over here you could see, and it might be a bit small, but you could see that behind Roxie, it's not Whirlipede, it's Scolipede, which, you know, at the moment, Scolipede does not evolve at all, but, or Whirlipede does not evolve at all, but in the screenshot, Roxie does seem to have Scolipede, right? So that's interesting. That is something that I didn't notice at first, but does that mean Whirlipede's evolution might be coming soon? Her sync pair story that evolves Whirlipede into Scolipede? That could be really interesting, right? So let me see. Again, it's not 100% confirmed. It's just in a screenshot that's not even final that could potentially happen in the in the game, or you know, when Solgaleo drops. We don't have any info on that, I don't think. I don't think there's any, you know, leaked info on any of that, except like our only info is just from that screenshot, right? And also another thing to keep in mind is that when you go to a lot of these courses that have these trainers, they do already have like their Pokemon all the way evolved to the final form. I'm not sure if Roxie's is. Oh, you see over here, Roxie's in this super course, and we'll, you know, make quick work of this one. But in this super course, and like a lot other ones, they do already have their Pokemon maxed out, or not maxed out, you know, just evolved to their final form. So again, it could mean absolutely nothing. I don't know why I just used the word hide. It could mean absolutely nothing, but it could also hint towards like a potential evolution coming soon as well. So again, this happened to quite a few characters. Like I remember Brendan back in the day when Brendan still didn't have an evolution yet, and then the Brendan event, super course, not super course, I think it's just the regular level up course, already had Brendan with Sceptile, right? So again, these things can happen. It's not like a guaranteed that it's going to evolve. But in the case it does evolve, let's go check out what or how good it could potentially get, because I personally think a lot of people are sleeping on Whirlipede, right? So let's go over to Game Press, check out the stat pages for Roxie and Whirlipede. And for those of you who never checked out Whirlipede stats or whatever, I don't blame you. It's nothing to, you know, it doesn't really stand out that much. It's not like I don't think Whirlipede is that popular of Pokemon, unfortunately. Sorry to throw Whirlipede under a bus, or you know, Roxie is as, you know, popular of a character. Again, sorry to throw Roxie under a bus, but if you actually check Whirlipede out, Whirlipede's actually pretty good. All right, like look at attack. You're ranked 29th out of 108, which is pretty decent. You know, that's top 30. And do keep in mind, it hasn't evolved yet. And then speed is ranked 20 out of 108 with 345. So these are solid stats. Has really decent defense as well. bulk, and you know, the defense doesn't make its bulk so high that, you know, or the rest of its defensive stats doesn't make its bulk so high that it's actually going to get targeted. So it's not going to get targeted either. So it's a pretty solid striker in terms of its stats. So let's go over the moves now. So it has Poison Tail, 38 power, 100% accuracy, crits land more easily, has a very small chance of leaving the target poisoned. This is an okay move, right? I don't think it's that crazy, right? So your the other move it has is X attack, which is nice, right? Obviously that's +4, which is physical. Poison Jab, that's a 3-bar move. 92 power, has a moderate chance of leaving target poison, which is nice if you ever face any opponents that actually can be poisoned. And you know, it's not like a poison immunity opponents are really that rare in EX challenges and stuff. It's one of the more, I guess, common ones in comparison to other statuses, right? Like for example, EX Claire, you can actually poison Kingdra, which does, poison does some work there. I know a lot of people are running Crobat against EX Claire from what I've heard, so poison's not bad, and power, it's 92 power, which isn't terrible. And it's also single target, which is nice. And then also has Time to Rock, which raises special defense and raises the user's crit rate, which its weakness, defensively, its weakness is its special defense, only 119 special defense, but that could be fixed with Ready to Rock, obviously. And more importantly, it raises its crit. So it's +4 to special defense and +2 to crit, which it's not +3 crit, which obviously doesn't mean it's guaranteed you're going to crit every hit. But 80% is pretty good in my book, right? 80% is not terrible. So moving on to its sync move, 200 power, no additional effect, poison sync impact, and usually names like this, like really, really generic names, sync move names, does mean, this Pokemon could potentially get an evolution in the future, or Mega Evolution, right? Which, Whirlipede falls under that category, right? Which is the whole point of this video as well. And the passive, Hit and Run 2, occasionally raises the Pokemon's speed after it uses a move, which is a decent passive, right? So again, Whirlipede's pretty solid. It has +4 attack buffs, it has +2 crit buffs, +4 special defense buffs, right? It also has really, I would say okayish moves. Like these moves, in terms of power wise, they're not crazy. They're not anything crazy in terms of power wise, but they're not bad either. And they also, again, they do have sub effects. Poison Tail being, crits land more easily, and also very small chance of leaving target poison. So, this Poison Tail plus the crit buff on Time to Rock will guarantee crits, right? And it's also a 2-bar move, so that's also another plus for that for Whirlipede. And also, Poison Jab's not terrible as well. Moderate chance of leaving target poison. That's much better than what you have with Poison Tail if you are going for poison, right? If you have a Crobat teammate, you guys are trying to get someone poisoned, I guess you go that route, right? Help out the Crobat. And also, just overall really decent stats. So, that being said, when we talk about an evolution for Whirlipede, so if Whirlipede does get an evolution, it does seem like it will. I mean, it's gonna get the evolution. It's just a matter of when will it come. Is it going to come with the Solgaleo event, which of course we don't have any solid evidence of, in terms of leaks, data mines, or whatever. But we do have that one picture in that Solgaleo event, which could mean it might evolve. But again, it's not certain. It's the screen's on, the game screen's not even final, and again, it could just be like a story thing, right? But if it does evolve, it's gonna be much better. Like you could if you gain some stats on attack, gain like 20 attack, or throw some more speed in there, maybe even a bit more defense, I guess, if it really needs that. Not sure about the defense boost though. But mainly attack and speed, right? That's gonna make it much better, right? And remember, it does have that speed buff with its passive as well. So overall, you could potentially make Scolipede a pretty decent poison striker, and it is a 4-star, so it's it's not like a 3-star that you get like everywhere from scouting. So it's slightly hard to scout, but it would be a pretty decent 4-star poison striker, considering we don't have any really good poison strikers yet, aside from Crobat, which again, Crobat does need the caveat of you have to have your opponent be not immune to poison to actually use its maximum potential, right, for Crobat. But aside from that, I know Crobat's not really a striker. It's a tech unit, a really good tech unit, all by it. But still, it would be nice if we could get a really solid poison striker, and if we get some decent stat gains on Whirlipede, maybe even a move change or two, right? Or if we get like a good passive, we get like Impervious. When we're talking about getting good passives, I just slap Impervious on every single Pokemon, and well, I mean it's the truth. Impervious is a really good passive. What can I do, right? Not my fault that they added Impervious in this game, nor is it my fault that sync moves do what they do, right? So anyways, that's me for this one. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below if you think Whirlipede's actually going to evolve during the event or not. If we're going to get a new story, a story with that soon. And if Scolipede's going to be any good after Whirlipede evolves or whatever. So anyways, again, let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Like and enjoyed this video. Subscribe to the channel for some more Pokemon Masters content. And I'll see you guys in the next one.